Forget everything you thought you knew about Anduin Wrynn. This isn't just a story about a king. It's a testament to the devastating toll of leadership and the brutal crucible of heroism. Join us as we dissect how a hopeful young ruler was irrevocably broken and how that shattering forged an entirely new kind of hero. When we first met Anduin, he was the picture of youthful idealism. A prince who preferred diplomacy and peace over the sword, he was a stark contrast to his warrior father, Varian. He saw the good in everyone, even the Horde, and believed in a united Azeroth. This wasn't naivety. It was a deeply held conviction that peace was not just possible, but necessary. He studied under the prophet Velen, embracing the light not as a weapon, but as a source of healing and compassion. His early adventures, from helping his father in Pandaria to witnessing the horrors of the Broken Shore, were all building blocks. They were tests that chipped away at his innocence but never broke his spirit. He was the golden boy, the beacon of hope for the Alliance, destined to be a great king. Then, the Legion fell, and the crown was thrust upon him. The boy king had to become a war chief overnight. The battle for Azeroth was his first true trial by fire as a leader. He was forced to make impossible decisions, sending thousands to their deaths, shouldering a burden far too heavy for someone so young. You could see the weight of it all pressing down on him. The bright-eyed prince was replaced by a weary, determined king. He fought, he led, and he bled for his people. He even managed to forge a fragile peace with the Horde after the war. For a moment, it seemed like his father's strength and his own peaceful ideals had finally merged into the perfect leader. But this was just the calm before the storm. The real breaking was yet to come. Enter the Shadowlands. This is where Anduin's journey takes a truly dark and devastating turn. Snatched away by the jailer's forces, he was taken to the Maw, a literal hellscape of despair. Here, he wasn't just a king or a hero, he was a prisoner. The jailer saw the purity in Anduin's heart, his unwavering connection to the light, and decided to twist it into a weapon. The psychological and spiritual torture he endured was relentless. Sylvanas tried to break his will, to make him choose servitude, but he refused. He held on to hope, on to his faith, even in the darkest of places. But the jailer didn't need his consent. Using a Mournblade forged from the very essence of domination, Zovaal shattered Anduin's will, seizing control of his body and his connection to the light. The hero we knew was gone, replaced by a puppet. The king of Stormwind, the champion of the light, became the jailer's unwilling champion. He was forced to strike down his own allies, to wield the light as a tool of oppression. Imagine the horror of being trapped inside your own mind, watching your hands commit atrocities, powerless to stop it. This wasn't just being controlled, it was a violation of his very soul. Every action he was forced to take was another crack in his spirit. Even after he was freed, thanks to the combined efforts of his allies and the lingering spirit of his father, the damage was done. The man who emerged from the sepulchre was not the same one who entered the Shadowlands. The golden hair was now tinged with white, and the light in his eyes had dimmed considerably. And this is where we find him now, a broken hero. He couldn't go back to being a king, not yet. He told Greymane he needed to face the darkness he had been a part of, to heal from the trauma that was now a part of him. This isn't a story of failure. It's a story of survival and transformation. Anduin's journey shows that heroism isn't about being flawless or invincible. It asks about being shattered into a million pieces and still finding the strength to put yourself back together, even if the new version is scarred and different. He's no longer the boy king. He's a veteran, a survivor, a man who has looked into the abyss and is now on a journey to find himself again. His story is one of the most compelling in Warcraft, a tragic and deeply human arc that reminds us that even the brightest lights can be forced into shadow, but their journey back is what truly defines them. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into Anduin's character, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the lore of Azeroth. See you next time.